Golden State Warriors, 44-38 last year. They projected to win 47.5. I don't know how the hell they gonna get more games won than last year. That don't make no damn sense to me. Draymond finna be out. Everybody's a year older. They lost Jordan Poole, who people forget was helping carry them when Curry was out. Wiggins is back. Wiggins had a weird year where he was gone and all that, but Wiggins came back and he forgot how to shoot. Wiggins ain't how you see Golden State, man. I think this is the biggest regression team in the league.
Uh, they still on that Steph Curry hype train. I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where they think as long as Steph Curry, that they got a chance. So, but no,
You think they
um,
47 games good?
no, I don't think that. I think they
You
playing
had
material.
see you had them as the eighth seed. For this
Well, no,
roster, nigga, they
I
still.
didn't have no order on that. Those was
Oh
my
yeah, you
playing
did have an order, but
teams.
you had them as a playing team. Okay, yeah, you're right.
But yeah, man, Clay Thompson is man. That dude, you talk about regression, man. I understand. Like when he first got back, that's the only excuse I gave him. Ever since then, it's like, no, mm-mm, something ain't right.
He
And
just
y'all
older
better
and
get.
had too many injuries. I feel it's over with. I think it's over with. You know, I was holding it. I was holding out. That shit's over with.
Only thing I'm mad at, I'm mad at Clay and I'm mad at the coaching staff because I'm like Clay, you see you out there missing. Why do you keep taking more shots? You don't think that's not hurting your team? And then the coaching staff, I'm mad at y'all playing him this much, and y'all see he ain't contributing as he once was at one point. He's not the defender he used to be, and he's not the shooter he used to be.
But you don't think they just come back to that? He a Golden State legend, Hall of Fame. I thought he should have been NBA 75. You don't think they don't play in the part when you know how hard it is to sit a Hall of Famer who still think he's good? Like they gotta be tough. They just gotta be tough, bro. I'm just saying. And then who's you go play over him? Moody? Kaminga? How you what
That's
are
why I
you
said I'm
expecting
mad.
from them? Jonathan Kaminga and Moses Moody. Like you expecting something from them this year?
I don't know if expecting is the right word. I know I'm expecting they going what's called Kaminga gonna get some minutes, but I can't tell you what I actually expect or what he's gonna provide in those minutes.
I think Kaminga led the preseason in scoring. I think he was second. I think Desmond Bain ended up passing him, but I think he was a top three scorer in preseason.
I mean,
So,
come on, man.
I'm
This
just
preseason was, I mean, well, really just like any preseason. Most the people who's playing the most minutes were people who were trying to fight for a like meaningful time on their roster.
I agree.
So I mean,
So
uh,
I think
most teams sat their best players unless they was matching up against a potential threat down the line. That's the only time you seen most guys bring out the big guns. So yeah, he probably was averaging the most. I mean,
I think this is the most egregious win loss we done seen, bro. 47.5 wins. I think this been the worst one so far, huh? It's projected win. This gotta be 47 and a half. Boy,
I
you
don't see how
think
they think they got better. I don't. That's I don't know.
okay. Los Angeles Lakers. I think this was the biggest snub in my opinion. 43 and 39 last year. They projected 46 and a half. The fact that Golden State's projected to win more games than them is egregious. I'm not even the biggest, you know, I can't stand nothing about LeBron. But Lee GM has done a hell of a job with this roster. And I'm just saying, bro. If you know basketball, this is a top five team in the league, a top three team in the West. Like even if LeBron don't play a lot, that's the thing. There's a lot of depth on this team now. So this your Lakers. You got we we know how you feeling about the awards and all that. So just go ahead. Like what you expecting from the Lakers, man?
Man, I expect 80 to have a great season. I expect to see a better version of D'Lo. I expect to see another thing. People was questioning Darvin Ham's coach, and I'm like, y'all gotta realize he didn't get the roster that we see now until after the deadline. So he was still learning some people's okay, what's their play styles? Who plays best with who? Like the guys he picked up came from different teams. So some of these guys never played a second with each other before they got there. So they ain't had no time to really just practice with one another. Gotta take all and he still made it to the Western Conference Finals. I'm like, y'all questioning his coaching. He literally got this team 2 weeks before the well, I ain't gonna say 2 weeks, but like a month before the playoffs, and still got to the Western Conference Finals. You can question his coaching, but obviously it was good enough to get them to the round before the finals. So
Um,
I expect to see that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing we're gonna notice from off the rip is the coaching. And sometimes most people would like to talk about something that's actually in the game, but that I think that matters. Knowing who to play with who. And I think with Darvin
hmm.
Ham giving a full off season and seeing the preseason, okay, I think he did a good job in the preseason, putting certain people around each other. Now, whether that guy wins or losses, that's another thing. Because I mean, he usually only played the starters either one quarter or the first half, and he was off after that. But from the time when they were playing together and the main rotation was playing, they was cooking people.
I think Ray. I think this is the best roster in the league. I'm looking at man. I think they got legit like 10, 11 dudes I like. I mean, you got a platoon. Lakers got a platoon, bro. They got two players at every position, pretty much, in my opinion. Like, I think this the best. This got to
This is
be
the
the
best
deepest
Lakers
front
roster they
court.
done had
Yeah.
since they're on championship.
So, hey man, but this like it always is. How much is LeBron and AD go play? But like I said, even if one of them go down, I think you got enough to sustain. But it's just they just got to be healthy at the right time. And I hope they are. I want to see it. I want to see it because if
You seen
LeBron win, I'm gonna blame it on the roster. If LeBron lose, I'm gonna blame it on him. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I just hope they healthy. I just hope they healthy, bro.
you seen that new commercial about LeBron where his wife was talking?
No,
Basically, it's saying like you got to keep playing so you can play alongside your son, and then after that, you got to do it again. And it showed a and it showed Bryce.
say, bro. I'm gonna say
I
this.
was,
Bryce the worst 4 star in high school basketball. He's the worst 4 star in high school
no, I'm gonna
basketball.
say this: if LeBron really is still playing when and Bryce makes it to the league,
Bryce not making to the league.
test that man immediately because there's no way that man should still be playing the highest level of basketball when Bryce finally gets to the league.
You
No,
playing?
there's something going on.
You playing right? They got what's the name? He in a steroid controversy. I'm just saying.
They've been
Los
saying it
Angeles,
for years though.
he look like it. Los Angeles
Before I'm gonna say
Clippers.
before he got old, they were saying it. But no, yeah, the
Another
Clippers.
Clippers, another
Another
boom
what
bust
if
team.
team. I can say
44
another
and
if
38 last year, 44 and a half projected wins. Go ahead.
it starts with we say that I'm tired of saying it at this point, but it starts with Kawhi and PG. You seen what Paul George said talking about dang, what was he talking about? He's basically saying it's a couple people he gotta put on notice this year because they've been talking a lot. I'm like, you act like this ain't been a running joke since you and Kawhi got together. I think you failing to realize y'all put yourself in this situation. Nobody created no narrative about y'all. Y'all miss games, and when y'all was, and when one of y'all do play or both play, y'all come up short still. So I mean, you talking like, bruh, you worry about the wrong thing. You worry about going head hunting people that done talked about you this off season. That's not gonna win you no championship.
Podcast P. And the crazy thing about them too, bro, Kawhi was cooking in the playoffs. Then he just disappeared. We just didn't see him no more. Like, and they didn't tell us until after the fact, but he just went from cooking to no longer playing. I do think Russell Westbrook he gonna kind of bridge the gap when it comes to regular season. I think he gonna keep on competitive and he gonna be able to be unleashed. The only thing with him and Norman Powell, so let's say Kawhi do go down or don't play for a little while. PG, Norman Powell, and Russell Westbrook still should win you some games. And vice versa if PG go down. I just think, bro, the West has done got too. I think the West done surpassed the depth that we so called say they got. Because Nicholas Batum is older. The Morris twin they got is older. Zubac is probably the worst starting big in the league now at this point, if not a bottom five starter. I don't really like they did. I think Tyronn Lue is still a top 10 coach. So, just what coaches can do when they top tier. But for them to get 45, where'd you have them? Let me see where you had them. You had them as a playing team. I think I pretty much had them as a playing team.
You remember even that one year they didn't have Paul George most of the year or Kawhi. They still got to the, and then when Paul George finally got back, he tested positive. They still made it to the play-in, and they probably would have won that play-in if he wouldn't have tested positive. But they've shown even without having neither one of them, they play in qualified. But that's as far as
Uh,
I go. Like without, they need both of them to actually be real threats.
and even with them, they still borderline fourth, fifth. Because I
Yeah.
still think fully
Well, no,
healthy.
I'm talking about just once. Like I'm saying, if they have both of them, they still. I mean, because I'm talking about just having both of them ready come playoff time. They gonna need both of them to be real playoff threats. Now, throughout the season, we know. Come on
Even in
now,
the playoffs, I think that time has came and passed.
but we done seen
Ka-
before Kawhi got hurt. He was about to hey, he was about to put Suns in a blender.
But see, that's the Suns. The Suns' two best players is
You
winning.
don't we forgetting who Kawhi is in the playoffs. We done seen Kawhi do some crazy stuff in the playoffs. That's the one player other than LeBron that's playing currently right now that can single handedly take the team and just say, "Man, get on my back. I got y'all. I just don't mess up. Just play y'all role. I can go out here and do the rest." He can do that against any team when he healthy. I don't care how
I
good the other. He
I
he could have
agree,
been.
but you got to understand, he can also used to guard the best player on the team, and they used to be within his size range. You look at the best players in the West, they not in his size range. You look at the ADs, you look at the Jokic's, like they don't got nothing for the bigs in the West, and I think that's gonna get them. I think there's a world where they could lose to the Timberwolves just because the Timberwolves are just too big for them. They'll have the same problem as Golden State because who the bigs they got? Zubac and you know it's not gonna be Kawhi. Kawhi go out there and get you 35 and 5. But if the other team killing you in the paint and on the boards, it don't matter. And I think that's what they really
Who
gonna
the
have a
Sun?
trouble with.
Who the Sun? Oh no, they got Nurkic, but
But see, they can beat
no,
the Suns.
Nurkic. You
No, they can
seen
beat the
Nurkic,
Suns.
man? Did you see Nurkic?
They next. We gonna get to them. But look, if you look at Kawhi, you look at PG. They the best two players on their team. But then you look at the Lakers. You even look at goddamn. I don't know. They match up well with the teams in their range, but the top two teams, the Nuggets and the Lakers, even fully healthy, I don't think they can beat them. Right? That's just me. But now Phoenix Suns, go ahead. They was 45 and 37, and they projected to win 52 and a half.
Nah, I just about to clown on Nurkic missing all them layups. Like you 7 foot, man. Why are you missing layups?
That was a bad trade. That was a bad trade. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care about nothing they talking about. That was a bad trade. You got Yusef Nurkic, Grayson Allen, and Nazir Little. Ain't none of them dudes finna get no quality minutes in the playoffs. Nurkic
I
gonna
think
have
Grayson
to.
Grayson Allen might.
But I like Grayson Allen, not terrible, but
You
he's a
just don't fit.
guard. You got
You just don't think
three.
he fit this roster.
Hell no. Like, goddamn, when you gonna have time to play Grayson Allen? And he can't play with your three best players. You need your fourth guy. I think he's their fourth best player, right? No, Eric Gordon is.
I
But
think
even
so.
Eric
Whoa.
Gordon can't play with their three best players at the same time. You
Oh,
need your
he gonna
four
come off
best.
the bench.
But I'm saying you need your four best players to be able to play on the court at the same time. Damn near, I think.
No, not when you got a legit three. As much as you want to hate on Bill, man, Bill about to look real good standing beside them.
Okay, so what's the starting lineup finna be? Nurkic. So it's gonna be.
Nurkic, KD, Booker, Bill. Shoot, just go like this. You today.
But I don't know. Kidnap. I don't know. I still think they go. I don't think they gonna win 50 games. I think ain't nobody really gonna win 50 games in the West. Who do I think? I think the Nuggets probably gonna be the only 50 win team in the West. I think the Lakers could
Yeah, I
get
can
it, but
say.
I don't
Yeah, I
think. I
can.
don't
That,
know.
that I can say it just depends on if the Lakers stay healthy like I predict them to be, they're gonna be a 51 team.
I think you could swap them too. Lakers get 52 and a half, and I think the Suns should be 46 and a half. I think that sounds more. I, I'm just saying, Suns. I don't know. The Nurkic, he has an injury history, and if he go down, Bowl is
Bo was looking alright with Magic.
man,
I like.
Bowl.
I actually, bro. I actually liked what they had going when he was on with them. I think that might this change of scenery and just having a hold. Like now he's playing with legit superstars. That's proven. I think that might slow down the progression we did kind of start seeing out of him, or it could boost it. We don't know.
Working with KD as a seven, like about
We either about to see him just come to a complete halt.
Sacramento Kings, 48-31 last year, 44 and a half wins projected this year. I think this another team is gonna regress. I think this is a team that benefited off teams being hurt because you had the Clippers, Curry went out, uh Pelicans, they was hurt. I think Sacramento was healthy for damn near all year. Even when they were banged up, they was able to play through it. Both Fox and Sabonis both was hurt, but they was playing through it. I feel like Sabonis. I've been saying it since last year. Y'all shitted on me in the regular season. I wish I could still had the tape. Sabonis, he can't play the five, bro. He needs a stretch five next to him, or else it's not gonna work. He's good enough to play, but he has to be a four, a traditional four, and that shit is out the window. He needs a stretch five next to him. If he's the five, your first round. I
Uh, I think we see Fox go to another level. I think that's something that people sleeping on. Like
think he at that
Fox could have
level.
played in FIBA this offseason. Like, come on now. Fox could have
Honest,
easily been on
yeah,
that FIBA roster.
yeah. No, I
And
like
I
Fox.
think no, no,
How much better
I'm
you
saying
getting over
no, no, no,
25 a game? Huh, go ahead.
no. I'm saying I think we underestimate him choosing not to be a part of that. I think we about to see a monster this season from day one. Like when we start seeing down the line in the season, I think we're gonna see that from day one of this season. Him
But
completely
it
going nuclear.
but
I
is
think we
that
see.
enough?
I think, but not you. See, you judging Sabonis off his playoff. Sabonis is an all-world season player.
You're right.
Malik Monk
You're right.
is coming off the bench. He's a quality six man. We're gonna see growth in Keegan Murray. You still
That's
got
the X
Davion
factor.
Mitchell coming. You still got Davion Mitchell coming off the bench too. They got a nice core. They literally kept the they didn't lose nobody. They got Kevin Herter still. They literally kept the same core. They don't account for nothing. Keeping your main team that
No,
got you to the playoffs
I mean, no,
and
it
your
do.
main guys getting better too.
It do. But see, I think Keegan Murray gonna have to legit be a 20 point, 22 point per game guy. I think for them to reach that, because they're gonna have to outscore people. They gonna have to outscore people. Because you look at it, let's say right now, are they are they that much better than the Clippers fully healthy? And then we seen the Clippers get out of there with a dub, limping. So it's like we'd have seen them play against the Warriors, and the Warriors is on their last leg, and they still got their number. So it's like it's not about. It's just about. I don't think I think the other teams ain't scared of them, bro. And I don't goddamn King show ass. And I just think I just don't think ain't no team scrap.
Hey
Lakers
man,
ain't fearing the
before
Kings, bro.
before Fox fractured his hand, and before what's it called, Draymond started doing the 8-town stomp on people's chest, like, bruh, no, I mean, what's our Kings had that in the bag, man. So we ain't about to act like some circumstances didn't help them. Second off, on any given night, Kawhi and PG is doing that to anybody. They literally put up 40 apiece. But guess what? The Kings literally had two guys that had 40 apiece too. So that was just classic Kawhi and PG going crazy that night.
Is Demontis Sabonis getting on another All NBA team this year? Oh, I think it's positionless. Hell no, it's positionless. It's positionless.
I don't think so.
It's how big of a jump do you need to see from Keegan Murray?
I would like to see him be a 20-point scorer.
You had the Kings at 5, so clearly in the playoffs. I think I had them somewhere, right?
And you say that they benefited from people, but you got to remember that they was also already a top 4 or 5 team even before the injuries. They was never in the back of the. They was always kind of just there. We just was ignoring them because we're like, oh, you ain't taking them shit. Next, we seen them creeping up. We're like, hold on a second. The Kings actually ain't that bad. But then,
how much is that because of hell?
You never fully trust. The only thing that really is holding the Kings back is their center position. We don't fully trust Sabonis as a center. That's the main reason what's really holding them back. I mean, they got JaVale McGee over there. I don't know if you want him as a starting center though, but
you can't play
like you
him
say, you want so of a straight. You can't have them, but yeah, you can't have them side by side.
I think they should have went for Brook Lopez. I think they should have threw all the money they had at Brook Lopez.
I don't understand why Sabonis can shoot the ball, but it's like when he one of those guys that can play. Like when you see him in practice, like, man, this dude is shooting lights out. You get in the game, you're like, bruh,
yeah,
do what you did. Do what you did in practice.
Yeah,
and he can't he can't replicate that. So I don't know if it's I don't know what it is.
He's not a center. That's what it is.
I'm talking about just his offense, like from an offense standpoint. I'm like, dude, you average like between 17, 19, 20 points in a regular season.
He's not a natural scorer. He's not a scorer. He's a good player, but he's not a scorer, bro. He's a facilitator.
Yeah, he's a facilitator.
And it's like that's perfect with Fox, but you also depended on Sabonis right now to be your second option. That's the problem too. He's really a third option facilitator, rebounder. You know what I'm saying? But right now he's the second option. Your center he's just all out of place, really. And
so what do you expect from a Murray and Herter?
I think
Herter. Do you expect more to Herter too?
I think they just brought in Duarte too from Indiana, and I think him and Herter gonna be able to do enough. So even if you get the same from Monk, Herter, and Duarte, if they all can hover around 15 points, like that's gonna be good. But Keegan Murray
has that's the real.
You got to get about.
So you say he an X factor, or do you think do you look at Sabonis as a X factor?
Keegan Murray we should be looking at Keegan Murray as the second option for them to stay in that 4, that top range up there in the top 6. Keegan Murray has to get you a dub every night.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I would never quit.